What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're into NBA content, NFL content, this is the channel for you. Be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Just help my channel grow, guys. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking sports with you guys. I enjoy, replying to your comments, on Twitter. I love replying to all you guys. So thank you guys for all the support so far. But today, I'm excited. I definitely want to get into this. Today, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bulls. We're going to talk about Nikola Vucevic. We're going to talk about what's going on in Chicago. What are moves that can be done moving forward. But it's looking like Vooch, it looks like he's going to be testing the free agency market. This was something that a lot of us was looking forward to, like what's going to happen to Vooch at the end of the season after his contract. Are we going to re-sign him? And I think that's where the controversy is at. I've heard the press conferences. I heard Coach Donovan speak about Vooch and his season, and the GMs and everyone speak about Vooch and everything he's done for Chicago and how much he's contributed. But the way I'm looking at it is, I think with Vooch, he's a great center. If you just take away shooting percentages and stats, when you just look at him as a player, he can play from inside the paint to the mid-range, and he can shoot from the outside. He can literally do anything on the court. That's how much he has expanded his game, being in the league for about 13 seasons now. I believe he's been in the league now. He's just grown so much as a player. But man, I just think a lot of us Chicago fans are really disappointed in this season. I think the ultimate goal was to make the playoffs, and I think we played hard to the end. I love the game against Toronto just because, us being down, 19 points, and for us to come back, it just shows how much we really, truly cared. I would really say, even though this wasn't a successful season, I will say this Bulls team, we really did care. I think if injuries never really happened in certain key points of the season, I think we would have won more games. And I also seen that the GM was also talking, and I'm trying to think of the stat he said, but there were at least 20 games that Chicago has played this season where we lost by, a game-winning shot, or we lost by a buzzer beater, or we lost by, the difference was between like 2 points or something like that. Crazy. That's a whole bunch of 50-50 games that we could have won. But looking at Vooch, I don't think Chicago should re-sign them. I think we should, personally, me as a Chicago fan, I want to hear what you guys think, but I think Vooch, I don't think we should re-sign him. I don't think he should come back to Chicago. Just the fact that, when you look at his talent, yes, he can do everything offensively, and he's a great rebounder. The past 2 seasons, he's averaged 17 points and 11 rebounds, and he's really efficient on the floor as well. He shot 52% from the field. But when I'm looking at defensively, I think that's what's missing from Chicago. I don't think we have a rim protector. And I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back 2 seasons ago when we made the playoffs and we lost in that series against the Bucks. Just looking at Giannis, he was like a train. He was getting to the rim at ease. Vooch could not stay in front of him to save his life. And that's the one downhill side I would say about Vooch, is he doesn't, he's not a good defender. And I'm not saying he doesn't try to play defense, but he just doesn't. He just has slow feet. Like, I don't care how much he trains to be a better defender. I just think he is what he is at this point in his career. But I think what Chicago needs is someone that can score a little, but we just need a rim protector. I don't know why Chicago, like, after that Bucks series and we lost, it's like, okay, we made the playoffs, we can work from that. And we was expecting to see a progression, but I would say this year we regressed. And I think one key part is just not really getting a rim protector. I would have thought in free agency, I thought we would have gotten like Mo Mamba, somebody like that. And I love Andre Drummond. I think he's a good rebounder, but he's not a rim protector. He's not a guy that you can really, give him, 20-something minutes and expect him to, throughout the entire game, to protect the paint. Like, he's not there yet as far as his career. But I definitely think Chicago needs someone that can be a rim protector for us, because, Vooch is as good as a player, as I mentioned. I'm not even going to just throw in the stats, but for what he does on the basketball court is great. But I think the downfall to it is, just the I would just say just no rim protection, you know? I think that's something that Chicago really needs to figure out heading into next season. But everybody, we all have our own opinions. A lot of people are saying DeRozan should go, Zach should go, we should trade one of them. But I think with Vooch, I think letting him go and trying to get another center, I think that's something that Chicago needs to, reconsider. I think that's something that is the big point of what we need to be focused on in this offseason, is making sure, because defensively we're good. Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Dazier, we're really good at playing defense. The second half, I would say that's when our defense really started to pick up. But I just think the missing piece for Chicago right now is, a rim protector. And I just think that's something that Vooch hasn't really given us this season. But overall, I would say I'll give him a B+ throughout the season. I'll give him a solid B+. Because, again, I don't think he was horrible for us this season. But I think the lack of protection at the rim, again, I keep echoing that, but I think that was our downfall to why we didn't win a lot of games. So, in my opinion, I don't think Chicago's going to bring him back. I don't think we should bring him back. But I think the biggest position that we need to focus on is the center position. And I don't know how that's going to work with free agency. But I'm excited. That's why I'm saying I'm going to be super excited this offseason to really talk about that, because, it's going to be a lot of moves that's going to be made. There's going to be a lot of people available. So I guess I'll just definitely touch upon that until next time. But I don't want to make this video too long. But Chicago fans, I want to hear what you guys think about Nicholas, and how do you feel about if Chicago were to bring him back? Do you think we should let him go and just test out free agency? Or personally, what do you think was the downfall to Chicago? I mean, there are just so many opinions, guys. I mean, from coaching to just the roster itself. I mean, we're in a lot of trouble. Chicago, we need to go back to the drawing boards and really figure things out. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts. Chicago fans, I want to hear your thoughts. And be sure to drop a comment, guys. I definitely want to hear what you guys think. And tell me, who do you think Chicago should go after as far as a next center that we can use. So until next time, guys, have a good one. Peace.